What's up, people? Okay, so those of you that know me know there's nothing I love more than music. So I came up with this idea, being that it's summertime and a lot of good bands are releasing new albums soon, to share my reviews of some of the bands that I am listening to. So if you subscribe to me on YouTube, I'll be releasing new videos whenever good bands are releasing new music. So if you don't see a video for a particular week, that means that there's nothing really significant to listen to and no good music's been put out. Anyway, let's get started with my first review for my first video. Linkin Park, Minutes to Midnight.
In this farewell, there's no blood, there's no alibi.
Before we get into the actual songs on this album, I just wanted to share some of my general thoughts. I'm not sure how many of you know this, but music has really changed in the past decade, especially rock. Minutes to Midnight really shows that Linkin Park is no exception. They've spent the last 2 years in and out of the studio trying to find a new sound because they really felt like they were tired of making the same kind of music. While I'm a huge fan of everything that they've made until now and all of their sound, I can also respect it when an artist feels like they need to change things up to express themselves. But this album was way out of left field for this band, and they don't really have the same driving guitars, and gone is the rapping and the DJ scratches and everything for the most part. I mean, it really sounds like something that would be played on a soft rock station. But still, I think most of it was tastefully done, and after listening to it a few times, I can see they put a lot of time into the lyrics and finding songs and sounds that fit together. Alright, now let's take a look at some of the songs individually. I think that these first two songs set the wrong tone for the album. They give the impression that it's going to be a straightforward rock record. Wake Up is a cool intro with the sound of a CD wrapper being opened, followed by this epic feeling or something. It's really short, but it sets up Giving Up well. The song makes it sound like there's not much that's changed from Meteora, but upon a closer listen, you'll notice that the drum pattern is extremely simple and there's no DJing like there'd be on previous efforts. Also, its lyrics are really simple yet focused at the same time. This is a possible radio single because of its interesting intro and bridge. Also, it's one of the only heavy songs on the disc. Leave Out All the Rest is the first glimpse of the real spirit of this album. It's a slow song that deals with the past relationship. While the intro is boring, I like the song because I can relate to it, as I'm sure many people can. I enjoy it, but just not by Linkin Park.
Yeah, here we go for the 100th time. Hand grenade pins in every line. Throw them up and let something shine. Going out of my fucking mind.
Alright. Bleed It Out is one of the reasons I had to say that the rapping hasn't entirely gone away. I think Mike Shinoda is a genius and everything he touches turns to gold. Very nice. The song's fun, you can tell by the clapping and the laughing in the background. But my problem with it, however, is that it doesn't really go anywhere. There's no bridge and no exploration on the drums. Is their drummer Brad really asleep for the past 2 years? Show me some flair, man, come on! Still, I can't hate this song. Alright, next up is Shadow of the Day. Guys, I read it in the booklet that there were over 100 songs that were made when the album was created, and this is one of the best ones you could come up with. It's alright, but it's just so slow and it sounds so much like the other slow songs in the album. It's just... Anyway, I don't understand the lyrics and I don't get the point of this song. Sorry. Alright, very quickly, this is What I've Done. It's the radio single. You've all heard it if you listen to the radio. It's an alright song. Enough said. Alright, so Hands Held High. Another one of those rap songs. It's got a good message about people listening to the media a little too much. Can't help but think that it's missing a little something, but if you read the introduction on the booklet, they tell you that they kind of went for that on purpose, so whatever. It's a good song. No More Sorrow is my favorite song on the album by far, and if you're a fan of Linkin Park's older style, it'll soon be yours too. It's a heavy song with Chester's usual screaming about the revenge for hurting his feelings, and in some way the lyrics for the next song, Valentine's Day, kind of connect to the ones in No More Sorrow. It's a slower song that is a complete contrast to the one before it, but somehow it manages to follow it well. What it lacks in interest at the beginning of the song, it makes up for with a change in tempo in the line, "To be alone on a Valentine's Day." I'm sure we have all known what that feels like at one point or
another. Let me apologize to begin with.
In Between is another example of a song on this album that just doesn't really go anywhere. Mike Shinoda's singing on it is eek. Usually he's singing behind Chester, and that's not too bad, but him by himself singing is kind of not so good. Nah. Alright, here's an example of a song that builds on itself, which I personally like. When the guitars and drums come in, it gives it kind of a Maroon 5 feel, which makes me believe that it's going to be the next single, and that it might be played on a pop station. I personally don't listen to those, but I still like the song anyway. The album ends with a song that sounds nothing like Linkin Park at all. Chester's voice in the intro actually kind of sounds like Michael Jackson. But it's saving grace, and the only thing I really like about the song are its lyrics. It deals with Hurricane Katrina, and that's always a touchy subject for everybody.
Alright, now the time has come for me to do my final review of this disc. Overall, I kind of gave it the same review as I gave Spider-Man 3 when I saw it. It had its good parts and its good moments, but I don't really know what they were thinking when they made it. It just kind of wasn't even close to the same as the original material. So, this is my review. I give it 3 stars. Borrow it only. Don't really spend your money buying it unless you're going to burn it from somebody. Other than that, thanks for watching. Keep watching my videos. I'm going to put up some off the top of my head, the CDs I can think of I'm going to review. I'm going to do Ozzy. 50 Cent's got a new album coming out. And I know Alter Bridge and Metallica are in the studio, so subscribe to me and thanks for watching.